You can help the channel grow by heading over to ff-tv.com and checking out the latest merch. Thank you for all the support so far and stay tuned for more.
Yeah, that's why I'm always poo naked when I've got diarrhea. So wear clothes, I'm like...
I feel like I want to rip my clothes off.
Yeah, and fucking whip them off, boy. What are you drinking now?
Squash.
Are you trying to flush yourself out?
No, that's just my daily drink.
That's a big old drink. I need my gallon of squash.
Weak, though. I don't understand these people who have squash really strong.
Oh, you're a child.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, fully grown adults drinking squash is questionable, but we'll allow it.
Excuse me! I think it's perfectly fine, perfectly acceptable. It's delicious. Because water tastes like... Ugh.
Water don't taste like nothing.
But the glass comes out of the dishwasher, even if you rinse it, it still has like a smell.
Yeah.
To mask that. And I can't be out here drinking out of plastic cups every day.
No,
TikTok will come
you
for
need
me.
that nice, crisp, cold glass because I can see that.
And just like everyone
crispy.
to note as well that I have the paper straw.
Yeah, so we're not out here killing turtles. All right, hi.
Hi everyone, welcome back to...
Pokes and Jokes. Welcome back to whatever the fuck we're doing.
Welcome back to our podcast, Pokes and Jokes. I know it's been a little moment since we've been together in this format.
Yes.
But it's good to be back. I'm very excited. Coming off the hiatus to be back. We've got a lot to chat about.
Yeah, we do. Thank you for being patient with us. We just have been lifing. We've had a busy summers.
Let me get my dog. I can hear her.
Yeah, let me out.
Oh, but yes, we're back. Millie, we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back, beanies. Are you happy to be back? She's like, what the fuck? It's a Halloween special of, don't know if you could tell.
Yeah. I look like I can't figure out if I'm a tarot reader or a pirate, but I'll let you look this
You're a tarot reading pirate.
Yeah. Yar! You got the fool.
The fool? But yeah, it's also Mildred's birthday on Halloween, so this is a semi-celebration for our little Millie, innit? Yes.
Halloween party.
Halloweenies.
So what have you been up to, babe?
What haven't I been up to? Just been grafting. Been in LA, which was incredible. It's obviously like my second home. Loved that place. But really had made time to adventure the land.
Yeah, rather than just rocking yourself up with work.
Yeah, because usually I just go there and I grind and I do my bits. Do you know what I mean? But this time I was like, yeah, let's go there and actually have like a full holiday as well as like a working holiday.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did loads of really fun stuff in LA. What did I do? I don't want to like give away where I go because I'm a gatekeeper like that. Yeah. Some places you got to keep secret though, innit? But one place I will talk about is the Wee Spa because that's like an institution.
My God,
and I know
I
know you've been there as well, and it is fucking amazing. So for anyone who doesn't know, and I'm sure people who are watching this from LA will be like, yeah, the Wee Spa.
Yeah.
Duh. It's a 24-hour Korean spa in Koreatown in LA, and it is amazing. So it's got 2 floors, separated by sex, one for men, one for women. You've got to be completely naked in there, and they have all these like different temperature baths, and it's fucking amazing. And then they have a communal area with like all these different saunas.
Yeah, they've got like a jade one, a clay one.
Which one was your favourite?
I think... do you know what? Controversial. I didn't like the clay one.
What? That's my favourite one.
No, because the little bibbly bobbly clay things that were getting too in on my back. And I said, I know that's the point.
I felt like an inanimate object being packed up and being shipped off.
Yeah.
It's like all these
Amazon
tiny
warehouse.
Yeah, exactly. These tiny little clay balls, and they're really warm, and you lay on them, but then you kind of like squiggle yourself in, and you kind of like be one amongst the balls.
Yeah,
and it's really nice.
I felt too much like a turtle because I was like trying to like get up But then where the balls were moving, I
You're like a
couldn't.
sheep that rolled on their back. Can't get up.
Yeah, I was like, help me. I think I like the jade one the best, just because it's such a beautiful room.
It is beautiful, but they could scatter some jade on the floor.
Yeah, but I think my favourite one of them all was the canteen.
My favourite sauna was the canteen.
Because the food there is banging.
Well, yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
So one thing is, I should say, is it's 24 hour, but you pay $30 admission, but you can stay there for up to 24 hours. So there's people just like, you know, sleeping on this big like warm floor, like marble floor, and
people just use it as accommodation. There's like a little computer cafe bit.
Yeah, there's an internet cafe.
And there's like all chargers and everything, so people like literally there was like groups of like 5 people there just chilling and sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it's the cheapest accommodation in LA for sure.
I don't know about that, but for what you get,
$50
$50
for $50 a night.
It's $30.
Yeah, $30 for 24 hours. That's the cheapest accommodation in LA. 30 quid a day.
Do you not reckon you can get like a motel for cheaper than that?
I don't think so.
People from LA, let us know.
LA's expensive, man.
It is expensive.
I was like, obviously, I knew it was going to be expensive, but then people was like, "Oh, LA's pricey," but it's like we live in London, so whatever. But then I was like, "Oh,
it's So London is expensive in ways, and LA is expensive in different ways. Like the cost of food and stuff out there, and like over here, it's extortionate for like a Deliveroo or an Uber Eats, but out there, it's like you want to get like dinner for one and you're paying $100.
Exactly,
it's
but
mental.
by the same card, that dinner will be a dinner for that 3 people could eat, because the portion sizes out there are wilding, man.
So I guess you're getting more, like you're getting your money's
That's
worth.
what I was thinking, because even with the drinks, like I think I got like a vodka tonic for $14. The guy did, because you know here, like obviously they say like single or double. The guy didn't ask none of that. He just poured vodka.
The shots, the measurements for the alcohol.
Hench,
Yeah,
like,
I don't drink, but I can look at an American shot and
it's
get
like
drunk.
you can get lit quite easily, because like the guy poured like that much vodka and like that much tonic, and I was like, rah, okay, for $14 plus a tip, actually that's quite reasonable.
Yeah.
So even though it's more pricey, like at face value, I think your money will go further, because we ordered a takeaway, I swear I was eating that for like 2 days.
It's true.
Because the portions are just ridiculous.
Yeah, no, you do get a lot for your money. That's why we love America.
Yeah, love America. Sorry, I'm ill as usual.
You and your throat.
My throat's
You and
fine.
your bloody throat.
My throat's fine. It's my sinuses. I feel like my cousin had some dirty something and come up to mine and just gave it to me. So all week I've just been dying in bed. I think it's because it's the change of the seasons as well. But I mean, I'm not too worried about it, because I'd rather get it out the way now, because obviously Run's going to be in Thailand and that, you know, so.
So you're going to Thailand next month?
Yes.
For a whole month?
Yeah, for a month. Going to come back just before Crimbo.
What's the deal with Thailand then? Sorry, I'm just on my mic.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
So we're flying into Bangkok, and then we're going to go to Vietnam for my birthday weekend, because I've got friends that live in Hanoi. So we're going to go have a little party in Hanoi, and then we're going to come back and then fly to the south and just go to all of the beaches basically and just go island hopping.
Oh, that sounds like bliss.
It's literally going to be perfect. We're going to just like drink fresh coconuts, have mushroom shakes, go snorkeling. But it'll be my first like proper holiday for I don't even know how long, where I'm not like working or gigging or anything. Like it's
you
been
need
a while.
that, innit? Like
yeah.
You don't get that luxury very often, so you need to make the most of it when
Yeah.
you do. And a month in Thailand, that's
I mean, you can't
beat that.
Yeah, you can't really turn your nose up at it. Hopefully I won't be in bed with the shits the whole time.
So if anyone's got any recommendations for Jen in Thailand and Vietnam,
Yeah.
hit us up, let her know, so she can go and explore, try all the crazy, wonderful foods and all of that.
Yeah. So
smoke all that legal ganj.
Yeah, I mean, not me, but yeah, I might have an edible here and there, you know, or a little cheeky puff. I don't want to get psychosis, so I probably won't smoke too much. But I mean, when it's legal, you got to have a little something in it, just for the legality of it all.
Partake in the culture.
Exactly. Yeah. When we was in LA, though, I think I got one cherry pie spliff or something. And boy, I was lean as hell. I only smoked like 2 puffs of that joint. And because I said to the guy, I was like, look, like, I am a fucking lightweight.
That was like a little pre-roll that you bought, right?
Yeah, I was like, I'm a lightweight. Like, what's the lightest of the light? Like, mainly CBD. And he was like, oh, yeah, this shouldn't, like, fuck you up too much. I had a couple puffs and I was like, bruh. I thought to go back and bang him up. What did you sell me, man? Fucking chronic.
Oh, dear. They'll get you sometimes, don't they?
Yeah. So what else have you been up to?
What else have I been up to? I have been exploring the country a bit more, been spending some time in Worcester, been working up there, so if anyone wants to book in with me in Worcester, hit me up, because I'm taking bookings for the new year. But just been working, really.
Yeah, just
making some big life choices and changes for the new year. I guess this is a good time to just drop it now, but I will be shutting my tattoo studio at the end of this year, so 2024, for no other reason than I just would like my freedom back.
Yeah, man.
I've been like a shop owner. I've had my own tattoo shop for 7 years now, and I have loved every minute of it, but I just think it has come to a point where I need to get back to my roots. I need to just concentrate on my art and develop my art more, because obviously the business does take away from that. And that's a joy. That's part of, the love of having a studio, is that you get to, manage and be responsible for all these incredible artists. But for me, I feel like tattooing is a really difficult time worldwide at the moment. Like, everyone I've spoke to in the UK, everyone I've spoke to in America who I'm friends with that tattoos, and even like random other places as well, like tattooing just doesn't seem to be like as busy as it used to be.
Everyone's skint, aren't they? Like,
I think everyone's struggling to get clients, and because the industry is very saturated, I feel like there are way more tattooers than there were like 3-5 years ago. So having a shop is difficult, and it is plausible. It would be possible to continue it on, but I feel like it's starting to strip the love away from tattooing, because I have to feel
it's natural sort of like change. I think
everything grows, everything evolves, and everything ends and changes and evolves into something else, right? And now that we have like this and the podcast and FFTV and Under Your Skin, it's like I really want to concentrate on that, and I can't do either justice.
You can't do it all, like,
no,
it's too much. And because I think like it's an amazing thing having a shop and like getting to work with all your friends every day, and just having a space that you can curate yourself and everything like that. But I think like, even when you go away, you still got to think about the shop back home. You still got to make sure everything's done, so you can't just be like, oh fuck it, I want to dip off to XYZ for a couple months or go do this. And I think as well, like, just in terms of also meeting more new artists and stuff like that, I think it makes sense to go and just do your thing for a bit. And
that's it. Like, one of the reasons I got into tattooing is because I love the fact that I can travel, be my own boss, and just be like a free entity. And obviously being tied down to a studio and being responsible for it, I can't be as free as I want. So I just want to get that back. And like, everyone I work with, like you and all the guys at the studio, like, you're still gonna be together and have a space. I just won't be the boss of it anymore. And, I will just dip in and out as a guest artist.
Exactly.
I'll be like, hey. And then when someone's like, something's going wrong, I'll be like,
well,
don't ask me.
We'll have the new year to sort of like, turn over a new chapter and just do some new stuff, live in some different places and explore some different things. And I think London as well is just too expensive.
It's too expensive. And I just think, like, at the moment, as it stands in London, like, what I'm paying doesn't equate to like it being worth it for the quality of life that I feel like I'm having. Because like, I can't be asked with like the London scene anymore. I don't want to go out every night. It's too expensive, for one. Even if I wanted to, like, I don't know how people go out and eat 3-4 times a night in London and drink all night and go out and get fucked up, because like, I would have no money for nothing.
Well, generational wealth.
But also, like, I'm just not on that vibe anymore, I want a more like peaceful life. I like to, you know, walk the dogs, be in nature, go to the beach, do things like that, you know. I want to join a choir.
Yeah.
I've got this new thing, yeah, where I want to join a choir. I just have to find the right choir that will have me.
Yeah, definitely can't be a church one.
Nah. Well, no, but I want to go to a church choir.
Yeah, but I think it's got to be a church choir that's in like a community hall. You'll burst into flames if you walk into a church.
100%. I have had that thought.
Yeah.
But also, like, I'm not a religious person. I guess I'm spiritual. I believe in something. I don't know. I'm not like an atheist, but I'm not like, I don't follow any conventional religion.
Yeah, of like
But
Christian.
I want to sing.
Yeah. And to be fair, some of those Jesus bangers slap.
I was brought up in like a Catholic domain, right?
Yeah.
I went to Catholic school, even though my parents weren't like overly religious, but they were like traditionally like brought up Catholic, right?
Yeah.
So my dad had me christened just because, you know, just in case.
Yeah.
And things like that. So I've grown up around like hymns and like some of them, you know.
Some of them go off, man.
Some of them go off.
Some of them really do.
I saw a guy on TikTok, and it's in London actually, and it's a night where you go and you have drinks, and there's a guy on a piano and he sings like all the school bangers that you forgot, you know, like sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna to the King. Oh, you know the one?
No.
Come on, showing our age gap.
Yeah. No, I didn't go to Catholic school. I went to, my one was a...
Did you not sing in your
Yeah,
school?
but we had us. I feel like our school songs were just so booked. Like we had like a school song that was for our school, and then we had the song about being a spring chicken. I've sung it to you before. I'm a spring chicken. I'm yellow and small. My feathers are fluffy and they're keeping me warm. My legs are not long, so I'll never be tall. But I'm a real spring chicken and I'm having a ball.
Okay, that is a fucking
It's a banger.
banger.
Yeah, like we was all there like, yes, go off, sis. And then we had like some other, like we sung some churchy songs, but our school was C of E. So, and
What does that
because
mean?
Church of England.
Okay.
And also like,
Sorry.
I'm from Tower Hamlet, so it was like heavily Muslim. And like there would be points where they like, because our like deputy head teacher was a proper God botherer. So like, no offense. And so she would like make all of these like Muslim Bangladeshi kids sing like these Jesus bangers, and it was just like, babe, like come on, man, this is not. So yeah, so I think they made them a bit more like multi-faith tunes.
Yeah, I guess you have to in a more multicultural society.
Yeah.
I went to
not
school
like where you're from.
I went to school in a very white place.
Yeah.
Where in my primary school there was 2 Jehovah's Witnesses, and they didn't come to
Sorry.
they didn't come to our assembly. Like, you know, every morning you have assembly and
Yeah.
you like sing some songs, and the head teacher does whatever, like makes his announcements for the day. We had all that, and we used to sing Christian songs, and they would like sit and play games like in a classroom, just the 2 of them. I remember I was like, it's primary school as well, so you're little, and I just remember thinking, why are they allowed to come? It just didn't make
Yeah, because my friends,
they don't celebrate birthdays either.
No, there's a lot of things they don't celebrate. Like my friends was a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, he went out with a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, proper.
Well,
like,
he was raised, one side of his family was raised
This
Jehovah's
is it,
Witness.
and because also it's just like having your kids out door knocking is diabolical work, man. Like that is so out of order, and because like.
It is, I agree.
It's so tight, like, and wearing them suits as well. Come on, man.
Yeah, poor kids.
Because my friend said that he was like, yeah, when he was a Jehovah's Witness, he was like, I was absolutely crushing puss, but just feeling so guilty all the time, just feeling so guilty. I'm like, no one should feel guilty for crushing puss, man.
No,
especially if
never.
you're having to go around door knocking.
Yeah, especially if you're like having like that fun young like adolescent sex, you know, you should never feel guilty for that. I think we all feel guilty in our own way for some of the things we did.
Yeah, of course, but I think
but
like,
not from a religious
yeah,
standpoint.
exactly. I feel
just
like
from a
that
point of sheer
religious guilt
embarrassment.
is like that's that deep rooted guilt.
Because I don't know about you, but like I said, my parents never like enforced any kind of religious views on us, and I just have no idea how that would be to like live your life with this fear of this thing happening to you. It's like, if you don't, because essentially it's like, if you don't abide by the rules, then you're going to go to hell.
Yeah, and because
that's
like,
the crux of most of it,
yeah,
right?
and they go so deep into like fire and brimstone and torture, and you'll get flayed alive and stuff. Yeah,
but they do that in. I feel like they do that in most like. Big
all of them.
Mainstream religions,
it's like you're
right?
gonna be in some way like tortured for all eternity if you don't.
And I didn't realize how many Christianities there were. Obviously, like
no, but there is bear of them. Though.
There's bear.
Yeah.
Like obviously, I knew. I didn't know the abbreviation for it.
Yeah.
But obviously, I knew like Church of England and Catholicism.
Yeah.
But then when I met more Americans.
Oh, it's America though, because I swear, do we have that many over here?
They have so many types of
because there's
Christian.
like Pentecostal, evangelical, some other ones. Mormons, yeah, Mormons, Jehovah's. There's one that begins with an M.
What's the one where they speak in tongues and they dance with the snakes?
I think that's either Pentecostal or evangelical, or maybe it's both of them. Because the evangelicals seem to be the ones that like get bare money.
Are they evangelicals? The Mormons?
No, evangelicals are like the ones that will be on the tellies in America, like
doing the mega
you
churches.
need to donate to get into heaven. Like you, if you buy me a BMW, you get first place in heaven. Blah blah. Like them, man. The proper rich ones, they're evangelicals.
It's such a scam, isn't
it?
It's I'm not saying like have your own beliefs in it, but like I mean like the church.
Yeah,
it's such a scam.
Like them man don't pay no tax, because there's a new church over here. I can't remember what it's called. I was watching a thing on, I think it was like BBC, and it's called like, no, it's not called Big Swag, but it's something to that effect. But they're literally like, if you wanna be a Christian, then you need to like just give us bare money, and all of these pastors are driving fucking new Mercs and.
Did you watch Jamal? You know Jamali?
Yeah.
So Jamali Maddox, our good friend, comedian, presenter, documentary maker. Yeah, check him out. But he's got a new show on Dave.
Is it on Dave? Because I've been trying to watch it, but I didn't know where to watch it.
Oh yeah, baby, you can watch it on Catch Up on Dave.
Yeah, sick.
And it is. Oh my god. Luke, what's it called? His show?
Follow the Leader.
Yeah, so his new show is called Follow the Leader, and it's amazing. And in one of the episodes, he goes and explores. So he explores all these different like types of extremist leaders. So like culty vibes, extremist religion, things like that. And then one of them is this one guy who has this church, but he's American.
Yeah.
But his family, I think, were Chinese, and his dad was like his dad was the head guy from that Moon.
Oh, the
cult?
Moon. Yeah.
What's that Moon cult called?
I swear they're called the Moons, because it's like the family, innit?
Yeah. Something like that. But he is like the son of the guy from that big cult, right? And it's a Christian cult.
Yeah.
And he now has his own church in America. And I wouldn't say it was a cult, but they all worship their right to bear arms, and they bring like their AK-47s to the church to get them blessed.
Swear
and and the guy, like the priest, the main guy, the son of this like big guy, he wears this like crown of bullets.
Swear down, that is so bad.
And it's like church merch.
Yeah.
You can like get a crown.
I love that. That's actually fucking sick.
Honestly, Follow the Leader on Dave. Jamali's new documentary is so good.
Yeah.
All of them are really good. He goes on one where it's like he follows those paedophile hunters around.
Yeah.
You know, there's this like new fad of like you catch a predator.
Yeah,
you know?
those man are.
Which honestly, I watched it and I was like, some of these guys are odd and questionable.
I think some of the people that are doing the nonce hunting are nonces themselves. I don't know sometimes if they're just going out to find friends.
That could be a potential.
Yeah.
But some of these guys on there, I was thinking like maybe their approach to it is quite unconventional.
Yeah.
And almost in some cases a bit like fucking clickbaity. Like you're just doing this for camera
Yeah,
time.
and because also sometimes I do find when I see those because I swear with those videos, if you just watch 2 seconds of one of them, then all of a sudden that's your whole fucking algorithm. And because I don't like to watch those things because it makes me feel quite uncomfortable, because a lot of the time I do find that some of the guys that they're finding have like learning difficulties and stuff, and like the way that they harass them, and like obviously I'm not saying that it's cool to be chirpsing 12-year-olds on the internet, but sometimes I'm a bit like, this person clearly is not like the full ticket, and yeah.
Well, that's what I say. Like, it made me feel uncomfortable. Some of them are very unconventional.
Yeah.
But then I'm like,
you're a nonce though, innit? So kind of, yeah, the gloves
I
are
think
off.
because the police as well, like, with stuff around like sexual crimes, especially with like children and women, like, it's a lot of the time not policed
They just
properly.
don't do enough, 100%.
So
yeah.
I don't like hold it against these people for doing it.
To take it into their own hands.
And I think 9 out of 10 times it's either someone who's, the guys that are doing this are like someone who's been abused.
Yeah.
Or someone close to them has been
that,
abused,
yeah.
and they're just like,
nothing's been done about it.
They need justice.
Yeah, but the problem is though that it ends up messing up the police cases as well. Oftentimes, doesn't it, when they entrap them like that?
Well, this is where it becomes like a sticky situation, and like there's no right or wrong answer in the conversation. Like I think because it does, but you know that their heart's in the right place.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, like I'm not saying I'm for it or not for it. But
yeah, it's just
it's
an interesting one, and I mean Jamali's just always so amazing at like getting to the bottom of things. I think like his approach is really just very reasonable, but also like he's good at taking the piss when it's time to take the piss in like a good way.
He's also really good at holding people accountable, but in a way where it's like he's still he doesn't get super emotional or hot-headed. And some of the subjects that he's talking about as well, I would find it really hard to like not let my emotions get in the way.
And some of the ways that people speak to him as well, like when he was doing Hate Thy Neighbour.
Oh yeah, well
like,
that must have been...
You're going to these freaking KKK places, and we all know America is just batshit anyway, more so than here. And like you can tell that these people have utter disdain for him, and he's still like holding it down and still being respectful.
But that's as well where like, to know him as well, you're like, you really are just like, you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, you really think like, you don't give a fuck. Because I remember when he was shooting Hate Thy Neighbour, he was telling me a story. I can't remember exactly where they were, but they were somewhere in like the South or in like Middle America, where it's like super Confederate and there's loads of KKK and loads of racists, like open racists as well, open Nazis, like flying flags outside their house and shit. And he goes to meet like 4 or 5 of the head guys from like the KKK in this like little
crazy
dive like biker bar.
Yeah.
And he has to wait. So I'm assuming the majority of his crew were white, because
surely
it would be easier to damage control and maneuver in those scenes. If you rocked up and you're primarily like all people of color, then I'm sure it would be harder to. You've got to gain these people's trust ultimately to let them in.
I think mostly it's white people in most jobs anyway, so it's kind of...
I was speaking to our director about this. Apparently a lot of people in media are like white males.
What a surprise. Who'd have thunk it?
But Jamali was there, and he was like on the other side of the road, like in this field, like kind of waiting on the sidelines to be let in. And apparently like he was telling me like eventually he kind of gets in and he gets to have his conversation. But I think that there was a moment in between filming when they're trying to set up the shot and set up the interview, where he describes it as like it was touch and fucking go for a minute, you know? Because also you're in the fucking middle of buttfuck nowhere.
Yeah, and these people
surrounded by fields.
Yeah, and because most of these people are feds and stuff as well, so I really need to get some tissue. Sorry, can we pause? My nose is about to explode.
Ziggy, you're right there, bud. Ziggy buddy.
Thank you.
Ziggy buddy.
Sorry. My nose is so runny. Sorry about that.
That's all right. So let's move it on to a more spooky topic.
So we've decided to me and Grace had some strict homework given to us by our producer Luke to watch The Substance.
And so I don't know if you guys have already clocked who I'm dressed as. But I am Demi, aka Elizabeth Sparkle.
Yeah, Elizabeth Sparkle.
In the moment where she's having a fucking anxiety meltdown and rubbing her face to bits.
Yeah.
Because she's going to go meet that guy.
Yeah.
Fred.
Yeah, but things don't go too well for her. So we'll give you a quick overview. So the premise of the film By the way, spoiler alert, so please don't if you've not seen it and you want to see it, then don't watch this next segment, because we're going to go pretty in depth on how fucking batshit that movie is. But yeah, so the general gist of the story is sort of like Star on her way out, you know, older woman, turned 50. People are telling her she's past it, even though she is a fucking rocking babe anymore.
She is, yeah.
Absolutely
I don't
stunning.
even like Demi.
Yeah,
like
she's gorgeous.
I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but she's gorgeous.
But she's fucking gorgeous. Yeah.
And so her Star's on the way out, and then she gets offered this thing called the substance, which creates like a younger version of herself. And obviously it all goes horribly fucking wrong, as it would do. So we're just discussing it because it's Halloween, and I don't know if it's a horror film,
but
though.
Obviously it's been dropped around this time because it's like coming up to the Halloween season, right?
Yeah.
And it's this new French director, is that right? Yeah. And like I don't know, I think she just wanted to make her entrance, and I'm sure for me, like, the story is okay.
Yeah.
And the execution of it, I thought was cool. Like, I thought the aesthetics of the whole film were nice.
Yeah.
Like, I really liked that, you know, there's like long stretching orange corridors.
Yeah,
and,
well, it's like
shining
Stanley Kubrick style, innit? Like, there's very much The Shining. Even with the music, I can see that there's like a little nod to that.
100%. And I liked that. But I didn't, and all in all, like, it was a good movie, but I did not need it to be 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think
it could have been an hour and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, there was multiple points where I was kind of pressing the thing, and I was like, raw, like a whole hour and 10 minutes left.
Yeah, I clicked the screen at one point, so I was like, 45 minutes left.
Yeah, fucking hell. And because like I really liked it, but obviously I did I think like you say, the execution was really cool, and I think like the way that they did the story was good. But like, I mean, it's kind of like a trope that's been done quite a lot. Like, it's not a
and
new
you can
comment.
See like all the movies that she loves. Like, we know you love Hellraiser. We know you love Tarantino.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And I think that like for a film debut, like, that's quite cool, because I guess you want to kind of like be like, this is who I am. This is like my MO kind of thing. And because I think it was a little bit Ryan Murphy-esque, like American Horror Story style, like with the colours being so popping. I mean, the sounds were horrendous.
Yeah.
Like, I think the worst part for me was man eating them fucking prawns, bro. Jesus
I
Christ.
actually loved that scene.
Really?
I loved him, yeah. I thought he was probably one of the best things about the film.
Yeah, he was a really good character, but the prawns made me feel really ill.
Yeah, like, I describe it as like Ren and Stimpy close-ups.
Yeah,
you know, like those close-ups in Ren and Stimpy that would just
which
make
is like
your
fucking
skin
gross
crawl.
mouths and like, when
but
he's eating the soap.
It was done in a way where it could have looked like... Stills of it could have looked like it was from kind of some grotesque Vogue. Do you know what I mean? Like, it looked amazing. I just loved it. I don't know why. I just fucking loved that.
No, the colours popped really nicely, and because like I think like I hated it, but I loved it. Like, it looked amazing.
But it did exactly what it's meant to do.
Exactly, of making you go like, ugh. And because I guess at that point it was supposed to be like, oh, a man can just eat like that and fucking have prawns all over his face, and
I
he's
just
still
loved
making
him
money.
as a character. He's just like, the way he would just abruptly walk off.
Yeah,
Like, gotta go.
Yeah. It was so Hollywood.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like, have you watched BoJack Horseman?
No.
Like, there's like a character in it, Mr. Peanut Butter, and he always does that where he'll go like, Erica, hi. How are you? And like walk off. Sorry, there's someone more important that I need to be speaking to. And I mean, it is quite like that, because obviously I did like have that a bit when I was at the Edinburgh Fringe. I didn't even say I'd done the Edinburgh Fringe, by the way. It was great. Yeah, when I was at the Edinburgh Fringe going to the industry bars, it was very like that, of like everyone looking over your shoulder of like, oh, sorry, there's someone more important over there that I can go speak to. So I think that it captured that quite well.
100%.
But I do think it was a bit like...
Can I tell you a few things that pissed me off?
Yeah, of course.
Why has Sue got superhuman strength? The way she was kicking Demi across the room like that, she just flew back like
because
some
she's
fucking
taken
X-Men.
most of her life essence.
I'm not buying that.
Okay.
What else pissed me off? Sue just pissed me off in general.
Yeah.
But I think she was meant to, right?
Your pirate
hat
slipping.
Your pirate hat slipping, babe. Yeah, I didn't like her. I thought she was jarring, but I think that's exactly what she was meant to do.
Yeah, kind of the point, innit? Yeah.
And what else annoyed me? The fact that they just like on the fucking bathroom floor. Like, get her a cushion.
Yeah, in it. 100%.
Treat others as what you would want done to you.
Yeah, but also I think, like, if I was Elizabeth Sparkle, like, girl, you got the money, like, build a bed in that room. So then at least you can just be tucked up in bed. Then you'll wake up in bed. Then you're going to wake up on the fucking cold, hard floor. You mad? After shirking your spine like that. Because she got shocked like a fucking oyster when that thing was coming out, man. And because I think it obviously it looked cool and everything. It looked cool and everything. But I was just like, you're just going to raggo lie on the floor like that. And then even when she was stitching up her back and everything, I don't know, I was just like, how are you just going to walk around with a split back? Obviously, I know it's a film, it's not real.
Because she was all like that, wasn't she?
Yeah, but not initially though. Like before,
No.
like when she first
healed,
got her back
because she
stitched
got that.
up.
Yeah, she healed pretty quick.
Yeah, and I'm like, you got split open like a freaking wood log. Do you know what I mean?
But maybe there was something special
in the
it.
substance,
Or in the little like food pack that they were like. hooked up
maybe
to.
yeah. But to be honest with you, like I did actually think it was a good film. I thoroughly enjoyed it just because I was like, when she was putting the earrings on,
She stuck the earring.
that was so...
And she curled her little bit of hair.
Yeah,
and just came out.
And she's trying, it's me. She sounded like
my girl on the
Cher.
back.
Yeah.
That was probably the scariest thing about the whole
Yeah.
movie is fucking Sue's face all like
Yeah.
on the back.
Yeah.
That was terrifying. I felt like uneasy seeing that. I was like, ooh. And then she like
slurped over to her Hollywood star.
I know, like fucking Dr.
and then she's
Zoidberg when he was a
just
baby.
Yeah, and then she's just like, it was for the last shot I quite liked. Yeah, she's like proper cheddared on the fucking star. She's like, and then just like melts into thing. And because obviously I get it, like you can see what they're trying to say and everything.
Yeah.
Like that's all cool and everything like that. But I was a bit like
I said, I wish it was shorter, but I did like the ending.
I like the ending. I thought that was the best bit.
The one, actually, another thing that annoyed me. I like the ending, but one thing that annoyed me about the ending was like, why are these people so dumb that they think that Sue, the new mutant is
With
Sue?
yeah, exactly.
It's like when she's like,
yeah, innit?
and she's got the thing on her,
and
and she's got this like big, she's got this big
hub.
back,
Yeah.
and it was like she's literally there going,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
literally.
Like fucking thing from the Goonies.
exactly.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Sloth.
Yeah. I was gonna say Shrek.
Shrek.
Wrong
Hey,
one.
you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How are you not seeing that? Like that
Yeah,
annoyed
because
me.
I thought I was like, come on, and because also I was thinking as well, like, because even the little titty them was hanging out from the
titties
dress.
were so
yeah,
funny.
those little
titties
fucking
coming out of the
them
dress.
little titties and that, and I'm thinking, right, because how many personnel you walk past on the yard and coming up the building, like surely at some point somebody would have been like, what the fuck are you?
She pulled the chicken leg out of her belly button. Yeah, it was so random.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was alright.
I thought it was a good film all in all. Like I would like definitely recommend people to watch it if you haven't seen it. Even though we just told you, but even still, like you don't know how everything happens.
Yeah, even I think everything that we've said, like, it's still not going to prepare you for the visual.
Yeah, because it is, I was like, because obviously when we were speaking, when Luke and Holly was talking to me about it, they were like, fucking hell, you need to watch it, like, it's absolutely mental. When I was watching it, I was like, oh, rah, like, this is actually, little burpeesha, this is actually, like, a lot more batshit than I thought it was going to be. And, you know, it's, like, really camp and everything as well.
Yeah.
And, like, but, yeah, because even, like, with the pump it up thing, I was like, that's, like, I thought
Contract!
About, like, yeah,
Contract!
Call Me from fucking, when did Call Me come out? Like, 2003, Call Me, you know, the video.
Call
yeah.
me.
I'm like, it's 2024, man. We ain't really pumping it up no more. Who even watches them exercise videos? Like, got YouTube and that. If you're even working out, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So all in all, I think it was a good film, but I think it was a bit bait.
What would you give it out of 5 stars?
I think I'd give it like a 3.5.
I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, I think a 3.5. Like, it's not it didn't blow the jocks off me, but
Sorry, my dog. Oh, yeah, I know this fact.
Go on.
So Margaret Qualley, is that her name?
What is that dog?
Koali?
One
Koali?
who plays Sue.
Yeah, Margaret
Yeah.
Qualley, who plays Sue. Her mum is... Fuck, I know who she is, but I forgot her name. She plays Rita in Groundhog Day, and she also plays the American woman in Four Weddings and a Funeral.
There's 2 films I haven't seen.
Come on, you haven't seen Groundhog Day?
No.
You haven't seen Four Weddings and a Funeral?
No.
Andy McDowell.
Oh, really? Now you say that, I can kind of see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, Andy McDowell's gorgeous. And because it's also cool because Andy McDowell's decided to, like, grow old gracefully, as they say, hasn't she?
She's so
yeah,
beautiful.
she's like, because I think
Silver
I
fox.
read something a couple years ago or maybe last year about her saying, like, I'm not gonna be dyeing my hair and I'm not getting like loads of work done and I'm just like, this is how I look.
She's just one of them rare white women who aged nice.
Yeah. Well, I think she's rich in it, so that probably helps.
Yeah, stem cells and all.
Yeah. Adrenochrome. Okay, lovely. So, favourite Halloween movies?
Ooh.
Have you got any? Because you're not really like a massive horror buff, are you?
No, I can't be doing too much horror. Like, I have horror movies which I've seen as a kid and I enjoyed and, like, I could watch now. The Hellraisers I watched a lot when I was a kid.
I love the Hellraisers.
They're great Halloween
Yeah.
movies. Pinhead, legend.
Yeah. And all of the, what are they, Cenobites?
Cenobites.
Yeah, they like, I mean, that it's just such a
Cenobites.
twisted story, isn't it? And because I went back and watched the first 3, because there's like fucking 15 of them joints.
There's a lot, yeah. I haven't seen them all. I think I've seen the first 3 or 4.
Yeah, I watched the first 3 and obviously the graphics are not amazing, but even that is a certain charm to it, I think, like of the fake flesh being ripped
that's
and everything.
what I was going to say, but like even though the effects are like not what they would be today, it's still got that kind of like magic about it. Not that it is that comparable, but like to compare it like this, I would compare like the Labyrinth or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's like this magical.
I like it, yeah, because it was like everything would have been handmade. Like, because I was speaking with Luke about this the other day because I was watching. I rewatched the Final Destinations.
God, I could never.
Oh, I love them.
No.
They're so, and because also I think it's like a good like time capsule, like Final Destination. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Scream and all that, like, because they're also like teen movies.
No, actually, wait. You must have been talking about this to Luke around the same time because Luke came over to my house and you told me to watch. You were talking about the Final Destinations and I was like, oh yeah, I remember how they died. And then I watched like a 15-minute, 20-minute video on YouTube of all the deaths just in a row, so there was no fluff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I've rewatched them all too.
Yeah, and because that, like, I think the graphics, like with I think it's the second one is the car crash with the logs.
Yeah, the first one's the plane crash.
Yeah, the first one's a plane. So the second one, like, you can see the car crash, like, it would have been actual explosions rather than, like, loads of CGI. You can see that it was, like, all timed and it was, like, real things. And I thought, fuck, I know it costs a lot more money.
But you want real crashes,
Yeah,
you want real
like,
demolition derbies.
Yeah, and like, to see some like real special effects that's not just like all CGI, because so much is done on a computer now. And obviously, don't get twisted, like the things that we can now do with movies look amazing. But at the same time, I think that we've sort of lost the little thing of like having proper gnarly special effects makeup or like stuff like that. I think nowadays we rely a bit too heavily on it.
Just to go back to the substance, the prosthetics in that.
Amazing.
And
also, I want to say, like, I think Demi Moore's performance was fucking awesome. Like, when she's
great.
like, when she's cooking all that French food and she's like,
I
thought that was really cool because obviously she's always quite pretty and
she's always been this, beautiful.
Yeah, so I did actually think her performance was really good in that film.
Also, I just have so much respect for people who, like, actors who have that sort of prosthetics put on them because, like, that must have been, I have God knows how many hours.
Yeah, in it. And then because it's not like probably over multiple days as well. So it's not like you're just getting in it for the one day. Like, because to get all the shots right, you've probably done that more than once.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and that would have been probably all like waking up at God knows what time. And I thought, yeah, that part of it was really good. But yeah, so you like the Hellraisers. What other films do you like?
What other Halloween films do I like? Is Beetlejuice a Halloween film?
Yeah.
I love Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Beetlejuice Halloween film.
I haven't seen the new one, so I can't comment. apparently it's not that good.
Well, they never are they?
No, and I just don't want to be controversial, but that girl, she just doesn't really like do it for me.
What, Jenna Ortega?
I just she looks like she has a stank attitude, and it just puts me off.
Yeah.
I just think like, be grateful.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's cool and everything. But there's not really many actors nowadays that I'm like, you've really got something.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think there was a lot of actors back in the day where you'd be like, okay, I can see why you're doing well. You've got a certain je ne sais quoi. Whereas I just think, most actors these days, I'm like, And I also think just American acting in general is a bit wooden, I find. It's very like, I think I will see Beetlejuice 2 at some point, but I also just think we need to just leave him alone. Let's make some new stuff. Don't need to keep on remaking and sequels and this and that when it's been so long. Like, let's just move on.
And also the original was just incredible.
Yeah,
like,
it's perfect.
There are so many iconic characters. Like, if you think about like all the characters in the movie that get used around Halloween, like, it's fucking loads.
Yeah, it's iconic.
Yeah, not even Beetlejuice and what's her name? Is her name Veronica? Lydia, that's Veronica.
Veronica. Yeah.
Lydia and Beetlejuice, like, they're iconic and they have great.
But
like,
you can be like the bride,
the little shrunken head guy, the ones that smoking.
Yeah.
His name Bob.
Yeah.
And then there's the like Blue Martian. She's like Miss Arkansas or some shit. Yeah. There's so many good ones that you can be.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone's ever been that flat guy that comes out.
Surely. Surely must do somewhere in America, I bet.
What about you? What do you like? What spooky movies do you like? Because you like scary movies.
Yeah, I like scary movies. Well, because my mum showed me The Shining when I was like 6.
The Shining is a great movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie, but
it's long.
At 6 years old, you do not need to be watching that mouldy ass woman getting out of that goddamn bathtub, because that scared the living daylights out of me. And then I was off sick from school, and my mum, because I used to like horror movies, so my mum got me like House of a Thousand Corpses.
Love that movie.
And The Grudge, the Japanese version. It just come out. I was like 11. So
oh my God, I watched that when I was young.
Bro, I could not put my foot, like, you know, the gap in between the couch and the floor. I could not put my foot any gaps under anything, because I was scared something was going to come out and grab me. I couldn't even get under the duvet.
That's what I don't like, things that grab me. I remember when I was young, and it was probably from all the scary movies I watched when I was a kid, like, I could never have my feet out of the cover.
No, even
if
to
you're
this day,
boiling hot. No, I'm alright with doing it to this day.
Even to this day, like, I can have my feet out of the cover, but like not right on the edge of the bed. Like, because I love scary films, but I'm actually such a scaredy cat. Like, I could be alright, but like, you know, if I, like, because I live with my sister, if my sister's out and I'm just in the house, before I had animals, it's all right now I've got animals, but before I had animals, my sister was out and all the lights were off. And I hear any stir, any one single stir, bro, I'm calling the police. Like, I don't care, I'm calling the police, I'm calling the vicar, I'm getting some holy water, whatever I need to do. Like, that shit fucking scares me. And because I always watch videos about skinwalkers for some reason just before I go to sleep.
No!
I know.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I think that that's like my self-harm.
Do you believe in skinwalkers?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I've never encountered one, I don't think.
If you saw something in real life, that's one thing, but anything can be like
I've
twisted on camera.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Like, I can't say anything with my chest. Like we were saying before, like I've never had a ghostly experience. I can't say for sure I believe in ghosts. I've never seen anything with my own eyes. I of course believe that people may have experienced things if they believe they have, but I don't know if I could say with chest like, yeah, I believe in like cryptids and whatnot. But like obviously,
where did skinwalkers like come from? Like
from Navajo, like it's a like Native American or like indigenous thing.
Okay.
Because so they.
Well, that makes me more inclined to believe it's real.
Yeah, so they basically, the thing with the skinwalkers is they was like legend has it that they're like shamans in the community that like got twisted by magic, and so they would like take on the forms of other people, but obviously they would have to like kill or eat those people first to like take on their form. So they're like sort of human and sort of not kind of thing. So that's like where the legend comes
Because a lot of the
from.
time it's like animals that change, right?
Yeah, so it's like, well, they'll change into animals. So I think the original
Yeah, that's what
form
I
is half like animal, half human, and then they'll change into like yeah.
I have seen some videos.
Yeah.
And if it's fake or not, that shit looks
It's
scary.
scary, innit? Yeah. But I think for my favourite horror films, because I don't really like the supernatural ones because they're always like,
I don't like that.
it's scary up until you see the monster and then you're like, that is fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, that is so stupid. Even, have you seen Creep?
That movie scared
The one
me
on the tubes?
so bad.
Really?
when I was
Even when
young.
you found out that the thing's name was Craig? Bro,
I didn't know. I didn't know his name was Craig.
When she said Craig, the bets were off for me. I was just laughing my head off.
I actually remember I was so petrified of that movie. I was like 15 when I watched it, and I watched it with like my boyfriend at the time. And I remember trying to turn away because I was like so scared about it. And he was like, "No, watch it, watch it."
But the thing is, when you turn away, that scares you more. Because I remember.
No, he was shoving fucking machetes up that girl in the fucking. I don't know if it was a machete, but it was some long ass blade thing. He like shoved it up her nunny while she was in the fucking hospital chair underground in the tube. It was too much for me.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, but I think.
And he looked fucking
Yeah,
scary.
but
And
I
we have
think
to get the tube every day.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you look away though, your brain can scare you more than what the movie would have actually scared you. Because when I was a kid, because I always loved Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and there's like the episode where I can't remember exactly how it happens, but like the swim team are shedding their skin and they're turning into like fish to be better swimmers. I would always look away when they transform, so I'd just turn around and it would just be like empty skin on the floor, and that scared the living daylights out of me. Like, I could not sleep for weeks because my brain wrote this narrative that, like, do you know what I mean? Because I'd looked away at the bit where you'd see actually it wasn't that scary. Like, I couldn't. If I flush the toilet, I have to slam the toilet seat down and run out the toilet quick time. Obviously not now, but when I was a kid, for like up until I was probably
Not
about
now, I'm
15.
an adult.
Yeah, not now. Obviously, like man's not scared of nothing.
Do you remember the Creep also reminds me of that film The Descent? Is that what it was called?
Oh, is that the one in the caves?
When all them women go in the cave.
Yeah, that's very claustrophobic. That's what I don't like about that, because I can't even have my head under the covers.
I wouldn't go that far, but I wouldn't want to be in a cave.
If I've got my head too
get
far, I
claustrophobic.
get like, really claustrophobic.
Let me out.
Yeah.
You like that girl at the end?
Yeah. Literally, yeah. But so watching films like that, that's not really my cup of tea. It's too...
Yeah, that film shit me up when I
Yeah,
was
because
young.
the thought of
I
being...
definitely wouldn't go caving.
Oh, no, hell no.
But regardless of like the blind monsters that live in the caves, like... Some of those people those caving people who squish themselves down into those tiny holes, and like, I just
think, what are you doing? What the devil are you doing?
No words for you, sir.
Yeah, what on all of God's green earth possessed you to put yourself that far into harm's way?
It must be like an adrenaline thing.
Yeah, I know, but I'm like, just do coke. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you going to these places where it's like...
There's less risk sniffing coke.
Exactly, and you get the same adrenaline pump, like, because I just think, so you're going to go to these caves and squeeze yourself into this teeny tiny little hole where no one's around, and you've got a phone, like, and most of the time it's like,
you ain't got no signal down there.
Yeah,
Come on.
exactly, you're in the middle of a freaking canyon in a cave and there's no signal, you ain't got a satellite phone, nobody comes that way to do
this is not the way to the shops.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and exactly, you're not even
Doris
en route to
passing
anything.
by. Oh, yeah, you're stuck
Do you
down
need an hand? But also, because I think as well, like, half of the time I'm like, did you even do it? Because no one was there. I don't believe you. You're a liar. No one was there to see it, so I think it's bullshit.
Long.
So yeah, also, please let us know your favourite scary films as well. I personally am more of a slasher girl. I like my Screams. I like I Know What You Did Last Summer. I like my Halloweens, my Friday the 13th, and that ilk of horror film more so than a supernatural thing, because I just think it's...
I'm like that as well. Like, I'm not super into horror, but the horror that, like, I have enjoyed like, I love all the Rob Zombie movies.
Oh my God, yes, I love House
Devil's
of Thousand
Rejects,
Corpses.
yeah,
Devil's
they're
Rejects.
so good.
R.I.P. Sid Haig.
I also just love it because, like, aesthetically, the whole thing just looks so good.
Yeah.
And, like,
soundtrack is amazing as well.
Soundtrack's amazing. The character's amazing. Also, the consistency of it. Like, they have the same people in every movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're just, it's just so
wild.
good.
Yeah, Devil's Rejects, I think, is just like, even like horror or not horror,
So
it's just an
sexy.
amazing fucking film.
Oh
yeah.
my God, yeah.
It looks fucking amazing.
Baby
Showing
in her,
zombie.
yeah,
Oh,
in
my
her
God.
jeans.
What's it? Chinese, Japanese, Taiwanese. What are these? Yeah, look at these. When she's just about to fucking rape you with a knife. It's just insane. Yeah.
Oh, it's such a good movie, though.
But
House of
let
a
us
Thousand
know-
Corpses as well, especially for Halloween, because it's obviously set on Halloween
Yeah, and because it's
Dr.
like
Evil and all
actually
that.
spooky, Dr. Satan and everything.
Dr. Satan, sorry, Dr. Evil.
Whoa.
That's a body modification artist to get confused.
Yeah, with Dr. Satan and everything.
Dr. Satan!
Dr. Satan! Yeah. And oh my
That's
God.
scary as fuck, though. When they
Yeah.
lower them down, dressed as bunnies
Oh
as well.
my God.
And she
run,
opens the
rabbit.
door.
Yeah. Oh.
And then that like, what would you call it, like a cyborg? That
Yeah.
cyborg guy like chases her down like the little
And because
mine
it's like,
shaft.
what even fucking is that? Like,
It was Dr. Evil's like experiments.
Evil.
It's Dr. Satan, sorry.
$1 jillion.
My bad, Dr.
Yeah,
Satan.
Dr. Satan. And Captain Spaulding, oh my God. Sid Haig
So
is just so
good.
amazing.
So good.
Oh my God. Because what is it? Fuck your mama. Fuck your grandmama. But most importantly, fuck you. Yeah, and what even the
I'm gonna watch that tonight.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch that as well, because even the liquor store, Red Hot Pussy Liquors,
So
everything
good.
about it just looks so amazing.
Yeah, and this, what's Captain Spaulding's spooky ride or whatever it is?
Captain Spaulding's, I can't remember, because there's a creature feature show, which is the TV show, but I can't remember what the ride is. But yeah,
So good.
yeah, when he's talking about
they make
Ed
the
Gein
fish
and
man.
that. Yeah, oh my God.
Fishman's so good.
Oh, and because what that guy's in a lot of things, because I wonder how.
Yeah, he's in
He's in the office.
The
isn't he?
Office,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and then he's just like Fish Boy.
so good though.
Yeah, yeah.
That's one of the most iconic characters he's ever been.
Yeah.
Can you remember it, like? Can you imagine it like there must be like HorrorCon, right? That's a thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
There must be.
100%. I'm sure there's like Rob Zombie and them like must go to that.
Has to, because I mean he's like done so much for the genre, like even with remaking Halloween.
I just love the fact that he's married to Shireen.
I know,
Zombie
and
as
because
well.
I'm like, oh, you just put your wife in everything. Like
If
that
you
is
had a
love.
wife that looked like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, 100%. Because sometimes I'm like, did you just make these films?
You're like,
to put
honey,
her
I
in
might
them?"
put you in a pair of short shorts.
Yeah, yeah.
And I might just rip the ass out.
Yeah.
I think that'll be great.
Yeah, I think you're gonna wear some arseless chaps and wield a knife.
Iconic.
Yeah.
In Devil's Rejects, when she's got the ones that have all the little tiny holes
Oh,
in them.
my
Oh
God.
my God.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
even gay.
Yeah, yeah. But I would. Have you watched 3 from Hell?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I've only seen it once.
I just didn't really care for it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it wasn't like super memorable, but
I think it was-
first. It was so iconic.
Yeah,
it's
hard to match up with that. But I honestly think, like, no offense, Rob Zombie, but I think like because Sid Haig like died while that was being filmed, I think they should have just mugged it off. Because it had to be Captain Spaulding, Baby, and Otis. Like,
Otis, yeah.
Yeah,
I
had
love
to,
Otis.
Oh my God. And because of that,
Is it me?
I would.
Yeah, okay.
I really would.
Okay, good.
He looks so dirty, but
Yeah.
like,
I'm sure there was many a Stockholm syndrome with his
yeah, 100%. I would be like, yeah.
that
like,
long thinning hair. Don't know. There's something about it.
yeah, and his whole attitude and his like
That's what
dirty
it
wife
is.
beaters.
It's just an attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can look like anything.
Well, because I watched an interview with the actor, I can't remember what the actor's name is, and he said that he had more fan mail like of women swooning over him when he was Otis than he's had his whole career. He
His
was like
voice, something about his voice
yeah,
as well.
in it, yeah. When he's doing that that speech about like Daffy Duck and everything like that, and oh my God, Tutti Frutti. We're not getting Tutti Frutti when they really fucking want to get the ice cream in Devil's Rejects.
Oh yeah. We're not
Yeah.
getting fucking Tutti Frutti.
Yeah, Tutti Frutti.
And what was the Tiny,
Yeah,
their brother.
Tiny.
I
Oh,
love Tiny
bless
as
Tiny,
well. I know
yeah.
your heart is right.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm like,
Tiny.
no, Tiny.
We
Oh,
love you.
bless him.
Yeah, he's a sweetie. And the mum is incredible.
Oh my God, Firefly.
Mama Firefly.
Fucking hell, what a mad bitch.
Mad
she is just
bitch.
awesome, yeah.
Especially in Devil's Rejects when she's getting interrogated.
Yeah, she's like...
Yeah. She's fucking
Yeah, it's
sick.
fucking
Oh, I'm
legendary,
watching
man.
that movie tonight.
Yeah, back to back. I think that's going to be my Halloween watch as well. But yeah, let us know any of your favourite Halloween movies, or if you've got any comments on some of our favourites as well. Yeah, we love hearing from you guys, so definitely send those in.
I'm sorry.
My little
Your
weave.
bandana
It's
is
slipping so badly. I need to stop
holding on for dear life. I'm falling.
It's like, have you seen fucking hell, Ziggs? Have you seen that video of the woman when she's doing the podcast and her wig falls off?
No.
She's like sitting there talking and her wig it falls down the back of the couch. She goes, "Oh my God." It's so funny. I feel like her. Shout out to that woman. I feel your pain. So my mum was the only one that used to like Halloween in our estate. Because, like, I grew up in East London. I grew up on an estate, but our family was not really, like, your usual East London family. Like, my mum was a bit of a hippie. And, like, I was, like, a fucking little punky emo kid, like, from when I was young and everything. So we were a bit odd. And my mum was always loved Halloween. And we've always been really sad. Because, you know, Americans do Halloween so good. And nobody really does it like that over here. People don't
They
put
treat
the
it
same...
like Christmas.
Exactly, yeah. They go all out.
It's
and
a
so,
big deal.
Yeah, my mum used to always have these Halloween parties where she would like tie donuts on strings and make you like get them with your hands behind your back, and all of the kids
bobbing and shit like that,
all of the kids from the estate would come up to mum's and she would like get everyone to dress up and take us all trick-or-treating and everything. Anyway, my mum used to have this Scottish boyfriend called Mikey, who he was just really, really funny, and because he used to like playing practical jokes on me quite a lot. We used to like prank each other. Anyway, we were like, me and all my friends were standing like in the courtyard in our estate getting ready to go trick-or-treating. Then all of a sudden some fucking tomato comes out of nowhere and like pelts my friend in the back of his head. Bearing in mind we was like 6 or 7, and this tomato, like, when I say pelted, no, he was like 6 or 7. This
no,
kid.
but was it the big kids who threw the tomato?
It was my mum's boyfriend, because he was trying to throw it like at my feet. He was like gonna throw tomatoes at our feet, you know, to kind of look like body parts exploding, but it's pelted this kid in the back of his head, and I mean like it's fucking exploded. Yeah, this kid just started bawling his eyes. proper crying his eyes out and that. I'm like, because we're proper like, where the fuck did that tomato come from? Because no one was owning up in it. Anyway, we like went back upstairs, and like Mikey's gone to my mate. "Oh, you're right, wee laddie. Here's a pound. Get yourself some sweets." And I didn't find out until like many years later that it was actually him that threw the tomato. That was so funny. But we like, I mean, for us on Halloween, we just used to get fucked up and just go and terrorize the city, like play knockdown ginger on people's doors, egg people's houses, like just all that usual fun and japes.
Like as a kid growing up in a village, it was all like, you know, dress up. Yeah, it was just kind of the usual, you know, like the big kids would chase the younger kids around the village and scare the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And, like, the older kids would always take the tricking too far.
Yeah,
and someone's mum would complain.
Yeah,
like, do you know what I mean? Like, it would be like that. But then as we got older, like, I would go into town, innit? So I go into Plymouth, and I just used to hang out with the skaters. So it was
just get
focused
absolutely
around
off your nut.
Yeah, getting high and setting off fireworks.
Yeah, pretty much like fireworks, stink bombs, eggs, TP.
Eggs,
like,
yeah, big on the egg.
Yeah, I used to love a good egging. Like,
sometimes people just randomly egg though in London. It's bad.
Yeah, because there is sometimes you'll be walking and you just see bare broken eggs on the floor. I'm like, someone got egged.
Many years ago when I lived in Bethnal Green, right, I'll never forget this. I was walking down the street with my 2 friends, and one of them, shout out Jish, and we were young then as well, so Jish, he's like a big man now, but back then he was just like a little skinny blonde boy, innit?
Yeah.
We were like walking down, you know where the crossing is on Bethnal Green Road? We were walking down there, and it was like busy. It was like Saturday night, like 7-8 o'clock, so it's like heaving. The roads are busy with cars, and all of a sudden, My man don't get hit with one egg. He gets hit with the whole multi-pack.
What?
Yeah, like someone had fucking drove past in their car and literally gone. And my man gets hit with like
Drenched.
20 eggs.
Oh my.
But this is where it gets even funnier. Because the person we were with was his brother. And his brother thought he was a bit of a tough man, innit?
Yeah.
And so he put his bag down and he was like, who was that? Who was that?
Who's egging, man?
The guy's like fucking 100 yards away down the road, bro. He's in a car. Did you not just see it? Fucking idiot. You know when them like Asbo boys just want to kick off?
Yeah.
But anyway, as he kicked off, he put his bag down.
Yeah.
You and Bethnal Green, bro. Someone just fucking picked that
No
up straight
way.
away, bro. So man got his fucking bag
Double
stolen.
violation.
He got double violation. Like both brothers
The
got
whole
violated.
family.
The whole family.
Your
got violated.
ancestors got violated. Oh bless.
But I'll never forget that. Just thinking, fucking hell, that's so. You know when things that are traumatic as well, like when you fall over or you trip.
Yeah.
Happens in slow motion.
Yeah, and you're like,
I have this like vivid memory of it just having the eggs. Like,
but people are crazy in East London because even there was one Halloween that me and my cousin was in Bethnal Green, just getting fucked up as you do, and some boys drove past and fucking threw ammonia at us.
What?
Yeah, like to some like these boys. Drove
That's too
past,
much.
Yeah,
Stick to the pantry.
Yeah, stick to the pantry. Cupboard items only. These boys drove past us and called us white slags, and then just threw ammonia at our feet. I was like, that's, to be fair, spooky, but like not in a fun Halloween way.
What does ammonia do? It just smells, right?
I think if you get it on your skin, it's quite corrosive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
But it doesn't
good
like
to-
like when they threw it on the floor, it wasn't like smoke came
No,
out.
yeah, like yeah, no, it would just fucking stunk like hair dye,
Ugh,
and went
cat
all over
piss.
my trainers. Yeah, but I mean, I've never really done anything like crazier than usual on Halloween. But I don't know what. It depends what your version of crazy is, because if like taking a load of pills in South Bank and starting a fire by the London Eye is crazy, then yeah, I've done that, but
Yeah.
it's not really been anything like, I've never been involved in any proper skirmishes.
This wasn't Halloween, but it was around Christmas time, so I guess it counts. But I went to a wedding 1 year in London. Some people I know got married, and it was on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
They got married on New Year's Eve, and we had the big party and stuff. And I don't drink, and this is probably a really good story to tell you why.
Yeah.
Because I don't drink because, one, I don't like hangovers. I'm not very good at them at all. And two, like, I think I'm fucking done when I've had a drink and I get unruly. And I just get too big for my boots.
Yeah.
So it's not good.
Yeah.
So I also think that there are no consequences to anything, which I think a lot of people think when
Yeah,
they're drunk, right?
that's alcohol in it, yeah.
So as we were leaving the wedding party, it was in like this bar restaurant, it was really nice, and there had been like food and stuff out, and there was just in the back by where you pay, like the little kiosk thing, there was like just shelves full of stacks of white plates.
Yeah.
Because it's a restaurant. I'm drunk. So I think, I'm going to take some of these plates.
Oh my God.
So I fill my purse with plates. And you know me, I've always got a sack on me.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there's about 10 plates in there.
Yeah.
Anyway. I'm getting a cab. We're going to the next destination. And we're like in a cab. And I don't really remember much of being in the cab. But I remember getting really excited. Because one of my friends, I was with my friend Tessa and Olivia. And Olivia is Greek.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've got plates.
Oh God.
So I'm like, get so fucking excited. I'm like, start throwing the plates out the Uber out the back. I'm like smashing them on the street. As we're going down.
You fucking nutter.
What's the road that Ace Hotel's on?
Is that? No, it's not Curtin
Is it
Road.
Fenchurch Street?
No, that's like Shoreditch High Street, innit?
Shoreditch High Street, yeah. So we're coming down Shoreditch High Street, and I'm just dashing these plates out, smashing them. New Year's Eve, everyone on the streets is loving it.
Yeah.
Even the cab driver ain't fucking worried. He's like, that's sick. Anyway, we get out of the cab. I've probably got like 2 plates left in my purse.
For Percy, yeah.
For personal reasons, yeah. And as we pull up, as we got out of the cab and we walked for like 1 minute down the road, Not even 1 minute, it's probably about 30 seconds, maybe 10.
Yeah.
Who knows? These two feds just stopped right in front and they're like, "You all right, ladies? Do you know anything about any smashing plates?" I'm there like clutching these plates in my bag like, "No."
Like clink, clink.
Yeah, like, "No, officer. What are you talking about?" But we got away with it, so it was fine. Like, but yeah, it was really fun to smash plates. But that's why I don't drink.
Yeah.
I remember the last time I drank a bottle of rosé wine. I was in my early 20s, but I knocked out a man.
Swear down.
It was like, you know when you get superhuman strength?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just knocked this guy out, clean, sparkling.
Do you know what I think?
Like, thank you like that. You look like that.
Give him a left, right, good night.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, though, I will say because I don't really drink like that. I'm more of a druggo. I'm the same. When I get too drunk, I just get leery, and because
same as I get leery.
Yeah,
I become a person I don't like.
Yeah, and I will say I will agree with you. I think for some reason when I get drunk, I just want to fight men.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I had a do you know what? I think this might have been around Halloween time. It was definitely like autumn, winter times. I think I was like 15 or 16, and I was in central London because we used to all go to drink like around Trafalgar Square and like the London Eye, Camden Lock and all of that when you're like little grebo teenager back in the day. And like we used to go around just like poncing fags. We'd all be drinking and be like, right, okay, two of us need to go on a mission to go and ponce fags. So you just go around.
Excuse me, can I have a fag?
Yeah, have you got a spare fag, please? Have you got a spare fag, please? You come back with like 20 pack, basically. So my friend went up to this like Australian guy and was like, "Oh, excuse me, have you got a spare cigarette?" And he was like, "Yeah, you can fucking suck my dick if you want one."
Rude.
So I turned around and I was
well,
like...
then it's not a free cigarette, then, is it?
Yeah, exactly. For one fag as well. At least the box. But but then, because I overheard it and I was so drunk, so I turned around and was like, "Who the fuck you talking to?" Then my man stood up, yeah.
You're like 6'10".
Bruh, my man's like 6'4" at least, yeah, if not taller. I'm like, yo, but I'm like, fuck it. I'm 15, I'm drunk, I'm firm in it, innit? So I was just like, so then he's like, "What did you say to me?" So I said, "Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?" Anyway, we started like shouting at each other. Then my man just banged me in my face. Yeah.
The cheek.
Yeah, so I
chat shit, get banged.
Yeah. So I've swung on him. Yeah, fucking obviously missed because he's huge, and I've just been sparked in my face by a fucking grown man when I'm like 15. Anyway, the guy grabbed my bag and like lobbed it in the road.
Oh my
As
God.
he's done that, some couple roadmen was walking past him.
Yes,
They've
did they
turned
say...
around and pulled out knives.
Oh, okay.
But at the same time, it was still quite like, fuck you, innit?
Yeah.
Because they've turned around and pulled out these knives. They've gone, "Who the fuck you hitting, bruv?" So then my
Of course, you're a
man
little girl as well.
Yeah,
like...
exactly, yeah. So my man's just started scarpering, innit? And then like what the other roadman's like got my bag out the road. He's been like, "You need to be careful, man." But I suppose, yeah, that's kind of crazy happened around Halloween.
Well,
so I guess that's why me and Grace don't drink very much.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
How did you spark this guy out?
I punched him.
But why? Just
because I drank a bottle of rosé wine.
Rosé as well, you know.
know.
It's not even like a fighting liquor.
Well, we don't know about that. I know bitches who turn crazy on rosé.
Really?
Yes.
I go
but when I
crazy
was
on brown
young,
liquor.
in Plymouth, we used to hang out. We used to go in town and we used to like buy like five. You'd be able to buy like a £5 nug of weed back in the day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Diver, yeah.
Or you go and buy like soap bar. Do you know what I mean? For like £5, and then we go to Tesco and buy like £4 bottles of rosé.
Yeah.
Like Portuguese rosé.
Oof.
Come in this like round flat bottle.
Ooh. Oh, what? Like, what's it? Mateus?
I can't remember what.
I think I've had that one. I know which one you're talking
It's
about.
really cheap
that
and
is
it's
a bit
sweet.
litty, yeah.
But like when you're a kid as well, it's like the wine drunk and the sugar is like, it's just not a good combination for like the angst as well. Like it's just all comes together.
Yeah, wine,
as well.
drunk, sugar, and like already being a fucking little gothy emo. Yeah.
But I also grew up in Plymouth where like everyone fought.
Yeah.
Everyone fights on a Friday, Saturday night
But
when
I
they
feel
go out.
like back in the day that was just kind of the done thing. I feel
It
like
was a
it
done
was
thing.
like all right, so what's coming up, Grace?
What's coming up?
Yeah.
Coming up for us, we are getting back on this podcast thing. Is what's coming up.
We're so active.
We're so fucking back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
until I go away for a month. But then we'll be back again after that. But we're going to try and do some episodes before then. So
We're going to try and do a few episodes before you go to Thailand and I go to LA.
yeah.
But then just doing the whole Christmas shtick, you know?
Yep.
I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to go down to Devon for Christmas. And
Nice.
have a little wholesome family holiday.
Oh, cute. Lovely.
And then it's just like the world, as of January, because obviously the studio will be shut in December. And then as of January, I'm just going to feel like this...
A weight has been lifted.
Yeah, and the world is my oyster, you know? I can do what I want, go where I want.
Yeah.
We can pop up wherever.
Exactly.
Nothing's holding us down.
Yeah. And with like FFTV, you've got some more under your skins.
Yeah, so we have some under your skin episodes in the works. I can't disclose who they're with.
But you know
But you know who they are!
You already been knowing the guests are going to be sensational.
I'm actually blown away at some of the guests that we've got in the pipeline.
Yes.
So I'm really excited about that.
Very, very good stuff.
But yeah, that's all that's happening for me. What about you, honey? Got any gigs coming up?
I've got some gigs coming up in the lead up. I'm not too busy with the gigs in the lead up to going to Thailand because I want to slowly start winding down into holiday modes.
Smart.
Because I've been running myself ragged for like however many years now, and I'm like, actually just need a bit of a break.
Take a bit of time for yourself.
Yeah,
exactly. We all need that. It's really important.
Yeah,
for
so I've got
health.
a gig on Halloween. This should be out by then. So I've got a gig on the 31st at the City of Quebec bar. It's like a queer Halloween gig, so come through if you're around Marble Arch. But other than that, just getting ready for holiday and then doing Christmas.
Sorry.
What?
Your bandana.
Do you know what? Yeah.
I keep catching it peripheral, and I'm trying to hold it down. But your bandana can't hold it down, and I don't know if I can either.
If anybody knows how to do a bandana, please.
If there are any pirates or fortune tellers out there,
I don't wear bandanas, as you can probably tell. My guy is literally hanging on by a thread.
This was a very last minute hodgepodge.
Yeah, we was like, shall we do Halloween costumes? So I just wore my own clothes.
Yeah, I just put my pyjamas on.
Yeah, she put her pyjamas on and a bit of smudge makeup.
Well, I watched The Substance last night and I was like, I can nail this.
But yeah, so obviously, if you're enjoying what you're seeing and you like and you want to hear more stuff from me and Grace, I know a lot of you were practically begging for us to come back.
Gagging for it, darling.
You're asking for it. You're dying for it. But if you like what you see and you want us to continue doing this podcast, please sharing, liking, subscribing, commenting, interacting with us is the best way to make that happen.
And I know it's cringe, but we have to say it. It really does help. Every share, every like, every comment, it just means that we can keep doing what we're doing, and we love doing it, and we hope that you love it too. So.
Yeah, and because if the more you do that, the more likely we are to get a sponsor.
And if you're a sponsor out there and you want to sponsor us. What is this?
I don't know.
Where did this
what
come
the kids
from?
are doing.
Yeah.
If you're a sponsor, if you work for a bandana company or anything, you want to sponsor us, we need it. So but I think that's it, isn't it?
That's it. Well, it's been great.
Yeah, it's been great. Thank you so much for listening to everyone, and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. You can help the channel grow by heading over to ff-tv.com and checking out the latest merch. Thank you for all the support so far, and stay tuned for more.